man is back.
Oh, okay, boys. Oh my gosh, the man got that stuff. This is a 5 out of freaking 5.
It is beat making time.
Next week is E3 week. My album comes out next week.
I have the leopard.
This is your boy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This is your boy Dash the True Inferno. Back at it with another Pokemon Unite commentary video gameplay for you guys here on YouTube. And I know I missed last week, so this week I'm bringing you guys 2 videos. Let's not waste any time. Let's get on with it. So the first video, we're going to talk about something that actually happened last week, aka last month. And that is this. The Pokemon Presents. So for those of you who don't know, last week was also Pokemon Day. So this is the yearly anniversary of Pokemon. You know, when they brought out Red and Green in Japan back in what, 96 or something like that? Around February. I think it was like the February 27 or the 28, one of those 2 days. So there you go with that. Now, on Pokemon Day, they normally come out with a Pokemon Presents. So for those of you who don't know what that is, think of a Nintendo Directs or a what is the Sony one? PlayStation I forgot what the PlayStation one called. PlayStation State of Play, something like that. And the Xbox Showcase, you know, things like that. But it's strictly Pokemon. Pokemon Presents strictly Pokemon announcements and things of that nature. So, what was announced on Pokemon Days? And this is a significant day for the biggest franchise, in my opinion, in all the media, really. Never mind it being the biggest franchise in video games. Granted, it's not the best. That would be Kingdom Hearts. But it's the biggest. But it's also the biggest in media as a whole, in entertainment as a whole. So, or if it's not, then it's one of them. So, you would think on Pokemon Day, which is Pokemon's birthday, they would have a lot to share. We would get a lengthy Pokemon Presents and things of that nature. Not so much. So let me share with you guys all that they share with us. New experiences and updates for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, which are ongoing right now because they got new Terra Ray bosses. They brought out Venusaur, which is over. We now got Blastoise right now. And then shortly after that, we're going to get Charizard. So there's that. We also got updates and experience for Pokemon Sleep, for Pokemon Unite, as they bring in new Pokemon in there. And they bring in new, I think they bring in new legendaries in Sleep. We also got some new stuff coming to Pokemon Master EX. And the Pokemon Cafe remix that is focused on Gimmighoul. Also, they talked about an event in Pokemon Go that is ongoing right now that is in celebration of the new anime series coming out, which is called Pokemon Horizons. So there's a collaboration event between Pokemon Go and Pokemon Horizons, the series. So there's that. There's a new mobile game coming called Pokemon Trading Card Pocket. So basically, it's like the trading card game that you do in real life. You go out, you buy packs, you open packs, you create your deck, and you battle other people with your deck. But it's on your phone. So, and I will admit, that one's cool. That one's coming out this year. And that one's kind of cool. I may look into that. I'm not sure if I'm going to stick with it long term. But, yeah, that may be something that I look into. And then, this is the announcement that got a lot of Pokemon fans excited about. And I will admit, I am excited for this as well. We are getting a new Pokemon Legends game. It's going to be called, apparently, Pokemon Legends ZA. And that will feature the return of Mega Evolutions, and that game is coming out next year, 2025. Yes, that game is coming out 2025, and that's it. So the Pokemon Present lasted for 12 minutes and 47 seconds, and that makes this the shortest Pokemon Present event that took place on Pokemon Day. Now, me personally, when I saw this, I was thinking, okay, we got Pokemon Worlds coming out in Hawaii, but we don't know this exact date. Normally it's in August. Normally it's the middle of August. And this time around, the middle of August just so happened to be on middle of August, as in the middle weekend of August. And it falls on my birthday, August the 18th. We know it's going to be in Hawaii because they announced it last year. And I was there when they announced it last year because last year was in Yokohama. I was in Japan last year. So I was hoping for an announced date, like them to announce a date for Pokemon Worlds. Nope, they didn't do that. Okay, Pokemon Go. We got Go Fest coming up, which is a in-person Pokemon Go event. Now, they just got done with the Sinnoh event, the in-person event that I went to, which was out in LA/Pasadena. And they had the global version of that, which I also took part. Where if you play the game, everybody can take part in the global version. So you would think that we may get something about Go Fest. Nope. I'm like, okay, that one's fine because it's a little bit early. Go Fest announcements in February, that's kind of early for that one. Okay. All right, so how about like some new DLC for the ongoing Pokemon game, Scarlet and Violet? Something to hold us over throughout the rest of the year. Obviously, we got the raids going on right now, but how about something to hold us over for the rest of the year? Nope. So there's nothing that's going to be available on the Switch that will hold us over for the remainder of the year. No new game, no new update, nothing like that. It felt like this Pokemon Presents on Pokemon Day, which is a key thing to remember. On Pokemon Day, they just threw something at the last minute because it felt like they forgot that Pokemon Day was coming up and they need to do a Pokemon Presents. So they was like, okay, let's just grab some stuff, but we got to bring that Legends AZ or ZA rather into the mix. Because obviously, let's be real, they've been working on that for a while and it wasn't like they just started on it. No, they've been working on that for a bit. So they were like, yeah, we're going to bring that. We know we work on this mobile game, the trading card pocket, and then we just bring some scraps and then bam, that's it. And I'm like, I'll be honest, this was lackluster. I generally thought that this was not a good Pokemon Presents on Pokemon Day. If this Pokemon Presents took place on any other day, I don't care what the day is. If this took place on any other day, this would not be a video. I would not release the tweet that I did on Twitter, obviously. And I would have just kept my opinions to myself. I would still be like, dang, that's it. That's kind of lame. And then move on about my business. But because this happened on Pokemon Day, I was expecting more. And that's not what we got. And yet people are going a lot of times, oh, this is the best Pokemon Present ever. I'm like, no, it's not. Like, yeah, Pokemon Legends ZA, that's exciting because I'm the one that's been saying the last decade, Pokemon Legends Arceus, which was the first Pokemon Legends game that they came out with, Pokemon Legends Arceus was the best Pokemon game they came out with in the last decade. Because remember, I talked about that Power World video, and I was like, that's the closest thing that they got to compete with Power World. The Power World is a much better game than any Pokemon game that came out in the last decade. But if I had to pick one Pokemon game that could compete with Power World, it would be Legends Arceus. So for them to come out with Legends ZA is phenomenal. It's huge. Hopefully they can take, what they did with Legends Arceus and make it better. That's what I'm hoping for. But the problem is that comes out next year. We don't even know when next year. January, February, March, April. We don't know when next year. So, and keep in mind it is, all they did was just announce that it was coming. We didn't get any gameplay. We have no information on it outside for the fact that it may involve, I forgot which generation this is. I think this is generation 5, if memory serves me correctly. But there's not much for us to go off of outside from the fact that Mega Evolutions will be included. And that's it. That's basically it. And I'm like, okay, yeah, this is huge. They coming out with a new Pokemon Legends game. But let's not act like this was like the greatest Pokemon Presents ever. I'm like, no, it's not. It's not even close. I'm not saying it's the worst, but it's like, stop it. And this is one of my problems that I have with the Pokemon community. They like to give the Pokemon company passes all the time. But yet they want to snap on Niantic for stuff that happened with the game that good and damn well that the Pokemon company are involved with. Because there's no way, and I don't remember this was actually said or not. Oh yeah, it was said. Somebody who works closely, not just with Niantic, but also with the Pokemon company, told me directly that the majority of the decisions about Pokemon Go have to include the Pokemon company. I mean, it has to. You can't make a decision about a game that features properties that are owned by another company and not consult with that company. Like, that can't happen. That's not how business works. Because look what happened with Archie and Sega. If y'all remember that. Like, back in the day, like in the 90s, Archie wanted to kill Princess Sally off in about, I think that was issue 46 of Sonic the Hedgehog. Sega was never told of this, was never consulted about this. They found out just like the rest of us did, and that by reading the article, reading the issue. And I don't remember if people complained about it or if this was just Sega's decision on their own. But basically, Sega hit up Archie, was like, nah, that ain't gonna fly. Y'all gotta change that. And what happened? They changed it. So instead of Princess Sally dying, now they said, oh, she was in a coma, and it's up to Sonic the Hedgehog to kiss her and wake her up and snap her out of the coma. You know, stuff like that. And so, and I feel like ever since then, Archie and Sega, they had a bit of a rocky relationship to the point where they fell off. And now that I'm doing, well, I don't know, like, how bad it is or what the actual end result is, but guess who's not doing Sonic the Hedgehog comics anymore? Archie. Guess who's doing it now? That would be IDW. IDW now got Sonic the Hedgehog, and now at this moment, that is the official Sonic the Hedgehog comic. It's no longer Archie. So in order for Niantic to not be in that same path that Archie was in with Sega, they need to hit other Pokemon companies and say, hey, we want to do this, we want to do that, what y'all think? And then the Pokemon company say, yeah, it's a go. If the Pokemon company say no, it's a wrap. So there's that. But yeah, people want to act dumb and say, oh no, the Pokemon company have nothing to do with that. That's all Niantic's for. I'm like, no, if anything goes wrong with the game, it's the fault of the companies that are involved with the game. It's not just Niantic. It's the Pokemon company, it's Game Freak, it's whoever else that is involved with the game. So, and that's, you know, and again, they like to give the Pokemon company free passes, and it's like, no, you gotta hold them accountable for times where they mess up. You know, whether you like them or not. And I like the Pokemon company. Like, don't get it twisted. I do like the Pokemon company, but at the same time, if they mess up, I'm gonna be like, yo, this isn't good. This isn't good. Here's why it's not good. Here's what they should have done, or here's what they need to do to fix it. And then I'm gonna call them out for it, just like I would do Niantic the same way. And again, I like Niantic, and I'm not gonna go into details in terms of my relationship with Niantic, but like I said, I like them, and if they mess up, I'll call them out. You know, I got another YouTube channel where I have done that from time to time. I'll call out Niantic, I'll call out the Pokemon company, I'll call out both if they mess up. You know, because you gotta keep it real, and you know, you gotta learn when you mess up, and you know, try to do better for the consumer and for your own business too. So the fact that people are looking at this Pokemon Present and say, oh man, this is a phenomenal Pokemon Present, or this is the greatest one ever. I'm like, what weed are y'all smoking on? Like, this was not all that. It really wasn't. So I just need people to put the brakes on praising the Pokemon company for this present. Cause I'm like, yeah, it's cool. We got a new trading card mobile game. That probably gonna last me personally for well, I ain't gonna say a month and a half, maybe 2 months, maybe. And then yeah, we get a new Pokemon Legends game next year. That's phenomenal, but we don't know much about it. Like, we have no gameplay of it, and we don't even know when it's gonna drop next year. And yeah, y'all want to say just the fact that we're getting the game, and as far as we know, it could be delayed. So, but yet the thing is, just because of the fact that we're getting the game, people want to say this is the best Pokemon Presents ever. No, it's not. Especially now Pokemon Day, I was expecting more than what we got. So that's my take on this whole situation. Let me know in the comment section what you think if you've seen the Pokemon Presents. And I'm going to call it a wrap. So with all that said, y'all know who this is. This is boy New J Gatsby, a.k.a. New Stephen A. Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah.